to our second leg in Ho Chi Minh City.
Our fourth leg in Vietnam.
Fourth
overall.
leg, yeah. We're like, how many times? They just want us to hang out.
I think we're probably the most Vietnamese team. That doesn't make sense. We're the most Vietnam traveled Amazing Race team, probably
ever.
Yeah.
Where did we start? We started in the flower market. Oh yeah.
Pouring rain.
It starts pouring rain on us. Floyd did not bring a rain jacket on the race.
Nope.
I did bring one. We were so excited. We were like, we're going to Snowtown, Saigon. We had these fantasies of like going up into the mountains because we kept wondering, when are we going to go to cold weather where everyone else is going to suffer and we're going to be okay because
Colorado.
We're from Colorado. And so we're like, we're going to Snowtown, Saigon. This is so cool. But then our taxi driver, I think, kind of let us know that it was an indoor winter place. We were getting like our layers on. We were so ready for winter. And then we got there, and it turned out we had to wait for like 3 hours for the place to open.
When we first got there, especially you.
Yeah. I was determined to get into this.
She was like, no, it's open. We have to find a way in. So we like went around the entire building.
We went up elevators. There were like sleeping security guards. And
oh, actually though. Yeah, we're just like sneaking by.
We found the bathroom.
I fell. I ate it.
Oh yeah, Floyd could have like broken his tailbone.
Yeah, I fell like down some because it was slick because it rained. So I fell down these like marble stairs on like my back. Luckily, it was like not bad.
That could have been bad.
It could have been, but luckily it was perfectly fine. I thought it was funny how you were like, well, I guess we could juggle, and I was like, yeah, let's do that. And like I don't think people realize like we juggle. Like we talked about that.
We've been practicing a routine that we will release. Stay tuned at some point.
Yeah.
Anyway, we had an inkling that it might have been a non-limb, but when we saw Chris and Brett, we were genuinely excited to see them, even though it is a bummer when teams don't get eliminated because then your chances of winning aren't increasing. But we held our standing in first there. You saw us. We got to the sleds first. When you got into snow. Well, first you had to put those little.
That was the most stressful part of the entire thing. Because there's a whole crowd of racers behind you as we're trying to put on these freaking
plastic
slippers
bags
on our feet, and I was like, oh god, I gotta hurry and do. That was the challenge right there.
You could watch on repeat Brittany taking out that polar bear.
Can we also talk about Brittany shoved?
Yes, it looks intentional. It looks very intentional. Like, those Big Brother teams, you think they're an alliance, but let me tell you, that is physical. It got physical.
Yeah. Becca gets the clue from the polar bear before he almost dies. And, oh, man, this
was a stressful...
so it says go to college transportation station or something. And we basically go outside. So our camera guy gave us this advice after the leg, but... we didn't, he can't obviously talk to us during the leg, right? The main, city or more urban area was to our left.
To the left.
But then we were like, oh, open highway. let's all go to the right. So
and everyone went that way, and there's that thing where you just start to follow teams blindly.
And eventually...
they know more than you.
Eventually, it was just us and Tyler and Corey, trying to find taxis. We eventually stopped. First of all, we ran a mile to 2 miles. It was long. We ran down an entire stretch of highway.
Yeah.
And then eventually we got to this side hotel cafe thing.
Yeah, we cut off the main highway into this underground street.
Yeah, and then
and they were right with us, but they must have continued
they kept
on the
going.
highway. That's a big question, I think, in the race and how we wanted to play the game was we're the only team we want to care about, but there is an advantage in some ways to working with other teams. We talked about in our last recap how we were coached on crossing the street in Vietnam with the slow, consistent moving forward. And so we thought, okay, this applies to all streets in Vietnam, even highways. That's not true. So there's these semi-trucks barreling down this highway. And we're like, oh, well, we gotta cross, so let's just go. And our camera guys were like, no!
Screaming at us.
Yelling at us.
Screaming.
You cannot walk into a highway. This is real life. You cannot win $1 million if you die.
I think that's exactly what he said.
It
was exactly what he said.
So we ended up going to that little cafe spot, and the guy there was mopping the floor, and for the entire time we were there. And we had him call what is the Vietnamese Uber or Lyft or something.
Yeah.
Could see how long your taxi was going to be to get there. And so it was 7 minutes. Okay, sweet. 7 minutes is not long at all. 15 minutes go by. Excuse me. Hi. Excuse me. Oh, how long?
Yeah.
7 minutes.
Yeah.
We're 7 minutes? It's been 15 minutes! It's been 15 minutes! And then we wait another 7 minutes. We go back. 7 minutes. So
The taxi ride's like 45 minutes to an hour.
long.
It's like across Ocean Inn. We went like across Ocean Inn. Eventually we found it. Who feels like driving? Because I think we knew it was gonna be like scooters or bicycling.
Yeah, and we also
like,
were like going back and forth, trying to go back and forth and keep it even for roadblocks. I feel like driving. Yeah, she crazy.
But the truth, I was like, I can't do this, Frick. She's about to do this.
It was really cool to drive that scooter, which it gave me so much more respect for those who drive those scooters with like full families through these bustling streets with like potatoes stacked high, different like lumber hanging off the back. I mean, it's a heavy scooter. It is. I mean, I'm sure if you do it all the time, it's easy. But at some point, you got to learn how to drive a scooter in Vietnam. And I respect people in Vietnam so much for riding those scooters. They are superhumans. How the challenge worked was first they rode me through like the test area, and I did that, and I was like, sweet, do I get my clue? And they're like, no, now you go to like the actual test. And I thought I did really, really well the first time, but it was a super sensitive, like those yellow lines around the side. It was actually an electronic system, so we had a number in front of us, and you had to get, I think you had to finish with 80 points, and every time you hit a yellow line, you were deducted, I think 10 points, so I think you could only hit twice.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, dang.
But it was fun. I really enjoyed that challenge. It took a lot of focus.
It took you 2 tries.
But I think it took me 2 tries.
Yeah, she did 2 tries. It was super fast.
And Floyd called me a gangster. It's amazing he called me a gangster 3 times, but what's more amazing is that CBS decided to air it 3 times. He probably called me a gangster more than
This girl's a gangster!
Yeah.
She's a gangster! You're a gangster!
Yeah.
You're a gangster!
Yeah, look at that gangster. And then
Yeah.
the final one is like when we're running. It's just a shot of me running, and in the background you can hear Floyd, she's a gangster!
It's the Detour, irrigation or irritation. We
It's
originally...
had this little oasis. It was a beautiful little oasis and change of pace from our very
'cause it was like-
street-centric place.
Originally we were going to do irrigation, and we were on our way to the irrigation wheels.
We went there and looked at it.
Yeah. And then Becca was like, no, let's go do irritation. I was like, alright.
Yeah. I saw attention to detail, and I knew the other one was something different.
Yeah. Was not that.
Was not bad.
Got in the boat.
Floyd,
I sat my butt down.
Well, first
I knew.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, Corinne and Eliza. Everyone I watched with was kind of like, that's cute. They made it the whole way though.
Yeah, they did it.
Their awareness of center of gravity was similar to Floyd's.
I'll take it. Go.
Which was not super aware.
Yeah. I think I just have bad balance. Is something I think about.
No, that's not true because like dancing takes balance and like so many things you do. But
I guess.
I think it's just like I
just don't think about it. I don't feel it. Like, I don't know.
But we did it. We worked well as a team with that one.
Yeah.
We took our shoes off because.
Oh yeah.
Because I had bad memories of the smell of my shoes from actually our first leg in Panama.
Africa. Or in Panama, yeah. We got to the first bridge and we were because like we tried for like a good minute to try to get it over. And then I was like, I was thinking, because it was cracking. We were
and it
breaking
was so
this
heavy.
bridge.
I can't believe like Victor and like Colin could just like pull that thing up and over so well. Like I think I'm strong. And like together we're definitely strong.
Yeah.
I mean, look at those. You've seen Floyd's new guns.
Yeah,
like,
thanks.
He's not weak.
Well, I think I had because I think nails were popping out of that freaking railing.
Yeah, we were like
breaking.
Yeah, it was.
So we had this moment where like we're not doing this right.
Yeah.
And then so I saw the opening like at the end and I was like, oh, that's what you're supposed to do.
Like at first we're like, we're idiots. Like I can't believe we tried to pull it over the top.
Yeah, we were like, obviously this is how you do it.
But in the demonstration that he pulled it over the top, and then the other teams are doing that too.
Yeah.
Definitely the stronger, not smarter way. We went the smarter, not stronger way.
Right, which both have a
place.
Positive and negative.
Yes. And we got there and Floyd's counting the fish and he was like, Becky, do you want to look and count? And I was like, no, Floyd, I trust you. I trust you can count those fish.
And I was like, the entire ride I was like, 1, 2, 3, because you had to have 5. If you didn't have 5, you have to go back. And I don't think any team had that issue.
Yeah.
But I was like, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Just keep counting that fish.
I was like,
those
fish. Yeah, it was funny.
Floyd, basically Floyd's role in that was read the clue over and over and over again.
And don't tip the boat.
And don't tip the boat and then count the fish.
Yeah. So we got back, got the clue, and then we went to the pit stop. Something that our clue, one instruction to get to the pit, because the pit stop was like probably 5-ish miles away from where we were. Mm-hmm. So our clue actually said like at the end of the road of this like the place we were in for the detour, wait for bus number like 42 to come, and then like ride that up to this point, then get off and then run to the pit stop from there. So it was actually like a whole process of traveling there, and you had to get on like a bus and stuff. Little girl
greeting us, which was funny. She had to have like the lines fed to her each time.
She was so shy.
Yeah.
I was like, stupid girl, get it right. I didn't say that.
And another good finish for Team Fun.
Yeah, we did. Yeah, Vietnam.
I'll take a 4th place finish over elimination any day. Any day.
Any day. I was tired.
We were both exhausted.
Yeah. It was also hot again. So like low key the entire time I was like, don't get heat stroke.
Yeah.
Drink water,
Floyd
boy. Hydrate.
Everyone's conspiring and his body like might fail at any moment. And then also those interviews, like we are tired and we have to be on for them, and they want us to be on, like we want to be on, but sometimes you're trying to talk and it's just not coming out the way you want it to come out.
That's why under dark.
So with our friends Corinne and Eliza, in honor of them and what happened last week, we have worked with them to create the Team Villain Drunkometer, the Drunk-O-Meter. You can get them on thefunstoppables.com.
Yep. This is obviously the more PG-13.
Yeah, PG-13
version of the
Funometer. Thank you for your fandom, Kingdom fandom. We appreciate you for being part of us, for being part of you.
We're Team Fun, twerking out.
PG-13 episode recap.